But speaking of contracts, let's talk about the contract of Zion Williams. And
Yeah.
we could also talk about his return because he made his return on the court also, but his contract is quite interesting. But he looks shredded, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Zion
Oh, he
looked
looks
like,
great, bro. I thought it was Jalen Brown when I first saw him.
oh shit.
I'm like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
man. Zion, man, staying away. Either Zion found a good thotty to make him a nice vegetarian meal, or he just stayed away from the strip club and the chicken wings, man.
But
I
he
can't tell.
deserves his credit, man. He deserves his credit. The fact that guy, despite having a hamstring injury, got in better shape. You have to give him his flowers.
Yeah, definitely do.
Yeah.
And going to his contract, right? Because his contract is very interesting. It
Yeah.
seems like the way the Pelicans kind of structured it, they structured it in a way where his money for the following season is never guaranteed until I guess July 15th. If he's still on the roster, then it becomes a fully guaranteed contract. And if he's out of shape, right,
Yeah.
before that July 15th deadline, his guaranteed money would be a lot less and the team could actually waive him. Only like a small part of his money would be guaranteed and the team could waive him. So it's almost
Yeah.
like the Pelicans, they structured his contract in a way where even if they traded Zion, right? Let's say he's overweight and he's hurt. Even if they traded Zion, he would still be valuable like that because his contract would be considered a contract where they can cut it off. So
Yeah.
teams
Low risk, high reward.
so teams like the Phoenix Suns would probably look to get a contract like him, maybe even send perhaps like Bradley Beal or even Devin Booker. Let's say if they want to blow it up, because they can actually
Yeah.
get rid of guys and then take on Zion's current contract, and then once before July 15th hit of the following season, they could just cut him off because his money's not even guaranteed. It's like dead money. So it's interesting the way the Pelicans structured his deal. I'm not sure Zion Williams is happy about that because that means every single season he basically, he's basically almost starting from zero for the next season.
Yeah.
So like right now, this season, he's actually working for his guarantees for next year. So just by him being in shape, he satisfies 20% of the contract. If he plays in 41 games, he satisfies another 40%. If he plays in 51 games, he satisfies another 20%.
He's still on pace to play 41 games, no?
Yeah, so he would only get
Yeah.
so basically he would only get 60% of his deal guaranteed. And then if he's still on the roster by July 15th, which of course he'll still be on there, then the rest of the money will be guaranteed. But it's like that every single season. I've never seen no deal
wild.
structured like this, bro.
Yeah, the Pelicans put themselves in a win-win situation.
Yeah, so even if he's overweight, he's still valuable, man, because other teams are going to be like, oh yeah, we could sign Zion, give him, because he's overweight, we'll give him like $7 million for his guarantee.
They
And
can
then,
lowball him.
yeah, no, not even lowball him. That's according to his contract. He has a low guarantee, and then the more he's in shape, the more games he plays, the more guaranteed money kicks in. And if teams don't like it, they can just waive the rest of the deal. Like it's crazy, bro. So I'm just looking at this like, wow, like they really arranged it in a way where they can either get rid of Zion as like a valuable asset, or they can get rid of him as a salary dump for another team. So who knows? The Pelicans could still get a first round pick out of it, a first round pick, or even another valuable star. So it's interesting what they did, but I'm not gonna lie, man. Zion, he looks good, man. He looks good. Looks like he's
Did you watch the highlights?
Yeah, I seen him strip
He was moving
Anthony
extremely
Edwards.
well. The block on Rudy Gobert was cool as shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only thing is that, again, his overall game, his technique. You know, how many years he's in the league now? This is his 6th season.
6 years. Yeah.
Yeah, he's only played, 190 games. Wow, that's crazy. In five and a half years. 190 games. Last season he played 70 for the first time, but he only averaged 22 points a game. I'm wondering, if we're gonna see any new footwork, post up move, pick and roll passing, pick and pops, things that are going to keep him in the league for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Udonis Haslem and Amari Stoudemire actually spoke on this, along with Mike Miller. And then they kind of questioned if he had the mentality to stay in the league. And, so far right now, him being in shape, he's kind of proving these guys wrong. But let's check out what they had to say. It was quite interesting.
But while we on the topics of power forwards, and this is what I want to tap into, when I look around the league and I'm watching these games, one of my favorite players to watch is Zion. But what you think that and this is kind of off the topic of what we're talking about, but I have my opinions, but what you think that he need to do to get over the hump? Because he's one of my favorite power forwards to watch. I see his ceiling so high for this kid. But it's just, health is one thing.
Health is one thing.
But, you know what I'm saying, do you think that he has the mentality to get over the hump in this situation and with the Pelicans?
It's tough. It's tough when health is an issue, right? And you're not able to play and perform on a consistent basis. And then now you're second guessing your athleticism, you're second guessing your game, and then it now stop you from being able to improve because you got to work on recovery. And I think for Zion, if he work on his perimeter skills, right, he get a lot of points in the paint.
Yes, he does.
And that's based off athleticism.
Yes, he does.
But as you get older and time kick in, you got to be able to shoot the rock, make decisions off the dribble. Yes. So I think just kind of improving his game on the perimeter side, and then also keeping it aggressive in the paint flow will be helpful for him.
So not just being athletic.
Well, yeah.
You can't depend on that all the time.
And what he's saying is people understand how grueling that is on your body. You guys know. I'm talking about people at home. They don't understand.
I'm 6'10", so
Yeah.
Zion's
6'7".
Right, Zion was 6'5",
Probably 6'5", 6'6".
6'6", maybe.
Yeah,
Athletic.
people don't understand how grueling that is for 82 games to be just a savage in the paint and attack and hit bodies and do that stuff. As your career goes on, like you said, you have to lean on. It's like Bron. Bron's becoming a three-point shooter, man.
Right.
You have to lean on something else.
Absolutely.
Yeah, my thing is just, does he have the mentality?
Yeah.
Because
That's a
one
good
thing
question.
is,
That's a very good
nobody
question.
gonna change your situation.
No doubt.
Nobody gonna get you in shape but yourself.
Right, exactly.
So does he have the mentality is my question, because all the physical shit is there. I love what I see physically, but mentally, does he have the mentality?
And you can tell if the mental is there if you're in shape.
Yes.
When you see somebody in shape, you're like, yeah, he ready.
Oh yeah.
If he out of shape, you're like,
Yeah.
you know.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah.
You're doing all summer.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I used to take a month off, bro. If that, 3 weeks, maybe a month.
And we back at it.
And I'm grinding.
Right.
It's on.
Right.
I'm hitting that treadmill, running outside, like
Right,
I'm back
exactly.
in the grind. This is a lifestyle when you get to this level.
It is.
And the earlier you can get your mindset around that, what y'all are talking about, the longer your career is going to be, because
It's a lifestyle.
when it's
bro.
over, it's over.
Exactly right.
Yeah, the thing is the lifestyle, and also just first alluding to what Amari said about the technique.
Yeah.
Because every single season, Zion actually, his dunk attempts and just his dunking overall has gone down. So there's analytics, they're keeping track of how often, he's going to the rack and he's dunking and he's performing athletic moves. And they have numbers out there showing that he's regressed every single season and he's going at the rack less and less and less. I mean, he's dunking less and less and less. And some of those things that Amari talked about, because he mentioned his height, Zion being 6'5", which the NBA doesn't like to admit. Yeah, Zion's smaller than what he really is.
Bro, he looks small now. Look at his pictures now. From the pictures I saw a couple nights back, I'm like, damn, I didn't even know Zion was that small.
Yeah, he's they exaggerated his height like KD.
Yeah.
They definitely exaggerated his height. But some of those post moves, especially with that big body, he's gonna have to develop a jumper, the pick and pop, sort of like that pick and pop Blake Griffin had at the end of his career.
He's gonna have to model his game more like Julius Randle, to be honest with you.
Or even Amari Stoudemire at the end when Amari had those fucked up knees.
Yeah.
Because remember, Amari was a high flyer, and then at the end of his career, he had the nice, jumper. He had really good post up moves that he picked up from Hakeem Olajuwon. Zion is gonna have to be, on that type of tip, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But also, they mentioned the lifestyle, and this is where the Pelicans organization. I don't know if this organization I don't know if they have the thought process of just putting the right chefs around him, putting the right ecosystem around him to be sort of, acclimate to his body type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe a certain hyperbolic chamber to purchase for him, or, perhaps even if they didn't have catering at the practice facility, have catering so Zion could just eat there and then go straight home. Oh, here's a plate to go. Here's some meals that we prep for you so you could take home. These are types of things that franchises do when they have that type of player. They make subtle adjustments like this. I don't know if the Pelicans is that type of organization. Oh, you got anything else to add on top of that?
Yeah, I don't have really anything crazy to add on that, to be
All
honest with
right,
you.
so
It's like, I feel like we talked about this Zion situation many times, so like I just have nothing to really add outside of like the game yet.
Mhm.
He looked light on the feet, but like I said, his situation, his game type. I mean, like I said, he needs to model his game after maybe 2019 Blake, Julius Randle, Amari Stoudemire, kind of guys who were able to transform their game into another realm. Late parts of their careers, that'd be a best option for Zion. Kind of get comfortable shooting some jumpers, not being reliant on being dominant in the paint.